One of my favorite songs that I've covered off a JLAndersonMusic has to be The Outside. It's super fun, has a lot of cool guitar parts. You get to practice some funk guitar, and I figure since the Outside music video is being set to be released soon, at least it's heavily being teased, I figure why not do a little guitar lesson on it. A lot of people have asked me to do a guitar lesson on it since I posted my original Justice for Sideband cover last year, so here is the lesson video for that. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day's going well and hope it continues to go well. Time to grab your good old guitars and it's time to learn how to play The Outside. Let's get right into it. It might be brighter because I recorded this earlier in the day, but regardless, let's get into it. For this song, we are going to be in standard tuning, and we're going to start off by learning the main hook of the song, you know, this part. So, you're going to be on your high E and B strings for this one. So you're going to start off on the 12th fret of your high E string, go to the 14th fret, then back down to the 12th fret. Then slide down to your 11th fret. Then you want to go down to your B string, 11th fret, hit that twice. 12th fret, hit that twice. Then 14th fret, hit that twice. Let's put all of that together, up the tempo first. Now let's go ahead and slow that down a little bit. And then one more time at tempo. So that right there is the main hook. It happens a lot of times throughout the songs. It leads into all of our verses. It happens in the chorus. And the very unique thing about the second time you hear that, which is leading into the very first verse, the pattern happens twice, but something changes that second time you hear it. Second time. I'm already bored. We don't go up to the 14th fret on the B string. I believe that only happens going into the very first verse. Every other time it does happen. Now let's go into the very first chorus of the song. And now the funk guitar stuff doesn't come in here. That comes as we're going into our second verse. So the first thing you hear is your main guitar line. The next thing you hear, most likely what you hear, is the... And yes, that is happening, but there's also a guitar underneath of that that's going... Exact same rhythms. They're just doing a counterpoint of each other, or two different melodies that complement each other. So I'm going to teach you both of those. A lot of people are going to gravitate towards the... When I covered this for my live stream experience cover, this is what I gravitated to. So what this is high E string, 16th fret, 14th fret, 12th fret, 14th fret on the B string. 16, 14, 12, 14 on the B. And then the other part, if you want to play this, is going to be down on your A string, 11th fret. Hit that twice. 14th fret on the D string. Then 11th fret on the D string. So 11, 11, 14, 11. And these are happening at the exact same time, so, something like that. If you can play both at once, hey, good for you. It's a bit harder doing those both at once, but then what you hear is it start to break down the am or am I on the outside part. And what the guitar is doing during that part, it's going... complicated, I know, but all it is just picking on the 14th fret of the B string. Da, 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 da. Then when it goes down to the 12th fret, the next measure, when you hear the chord change again, then back up on the 14th fret. So, or am I on the outside? Before the pause, then we go into the funk section of the song, which is a bit harder. The funk section of this song is way more difficult, mainly because of the rhythm that you're actually playing on. And because this is a funk, there's also muting that's going on, and your hand is doing the constant 16th note, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a rhythm to subdivide. So, let me teach you the chords first, then we'll talk about rhythm. However, spoiler alert, go practice with the original recording. I cannot say that enough. So, the first chord, all the chords are going to be on your high 3 strings, your G, B, and E. First thing you're going to do is go to your 9th fret of your G string, then the 12th fret of your B and E, and bar this down with your pinky finger. So 12th fret on the B, 12th fret on the E, and then 9 on the G. The reason why I say to bar it with your pinky, I mean, you can certainly do it with your your ring finger if you really wanted to. Nothing wrong with that at all, as long as you're still getting that sound. I find the pinky the easiest to transition to the next chord and less strain on my hand, which is, pardon me, motorcycle. Man, I'm trying to do a YouTube! Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, the reason why I'm not doing this shape is because this shape gets really uncomfortable with my massive hands. So, index on the 9, pinky on the 12, and 12. The next chord is going to be on the 9th fret of your G string. You're already there. 9th fret of your B string. The 9th fret on your high E string. 9s straight down, and I'm barring that with my index finger, just because we're already right there. I mean, you can certainly go to using 3 fingers, but just because of my massive hands, barring down the 9th fret definitely makes things a lot easier. So, then the last chord is going to be the 11th fret of your B string, the 12th fret of your B string, so 11G, 12B, then the 11th fret of your high E. It's basically your D major shape. You know, see here, once again, I'm barring down the 11th frets with the index finger just because we're already there. It's easy just to keep that shape and to keep that index finger moving. It's easier to transition than going to a full D major shape. I mean, you certainly could. I just find it easier just to slide that finger up. So once again, the chords, 9, 12, 12, 9, 9, 9, 11, 12, 11. Dun, 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 dun. Now let's get into the complicated rhythm. So, I will be the first to admit, this one is a hard one for me to play when I don't have the recording or some drum beat in the background, because it is a really hard rhythm. Because the rhythm is and E 1 and What? So, basically, we're subdividing the 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 4. So basically, it's a complicated rhythm, especially because we are including muting in there. If you watch my cover of the live stream experience, I don't do the mute on this very first chord just because it's way difficult. The way I play this is mainly revolving around the up strum because I, like most guitar players, associate the ups with the ands and going downs as the downbeats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if we increase that to 16th notes, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and basically just 16 instead of doing the 8. So, the way I do this is up, 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 down, up. Complicated, I know. Definitely take this rhythm and go practice along with the recording. If you just want to do it by yourself, certainly you can come up with your own funk rhythm. Anytime I think of it and anytime I'm playing solo, that just tends to be the rhythm I do. But if I'm playing with the recording, doing close to the original one. So, if you want to just have fun, come with your own rhythm. If you want to sound like the recording or the live stream, do that rhythm and practice along. Thankfully, the other two chords don't have that difficult rhythms at all, because it's... So... Yeah, just want to check, make sure how many chuckas I'm putting on the... So, it's 2 of strings muted, then just 2 strums. Sometimes I'll do 3, so down, up, down, or just even 2 downs work, so, or, and then the same rhythm goes for the next chord. So that is a simplified version of it, kinda. So, once again, very slowly. It's a difficult section, and as you see, I'm even struggling doing it without the recording, and this is just something I need to practice on my own, getting that down when I don't have the recording playing. So definitely go practice along with the recording, and I cannot stress that enough. So, that rhythm takes us, it happens after the chorus, then we hear the main hook, then we go into the second verse, then we go into the up and down, to which the funk rhythm starts up again, then we do the, then you hear the, then we hear silence and break, it does the intro bit again. I am a Megalodon. Then we go into the next section, which is a bit lower on the fretboard. So, this section right here, you're going to start on the high E string 9th fret, go down to the 7th fret. 9th fret of your B string, 7th fret B, 9 on the G, 8 on the G, 6 on the G, 7 Then 9th fret on the D. So that's our first phrase. Then going up. So 6th fret on the G, 8th fret G, 9th fret G. Then going up to the 9th fret on the B. And then we do the 16, 14, 12, 14. So that second phrase. And then you repeat the whole sequence. So the whole sequence from the very beginning of this section of the rap. Occasionally when I do this bit, just because there's a lot more happening, it's just kind of a rock out section. Sometimes I'll slide up to the 16th fret, sometimes I'll bend up to it. Or sometimes I'll just play straight. Just because this is a fun section. So, whatever is fun. If you just want to do the add the slide, bend, whatever is up to you. Then we head into the chorus where we do the funk rhythms again, and then we finish out the song. Then we have the outro to do. For the outro, the guitar is doing two things. One is more simpler than the other. One is more fun than the other. So, the very first thing you hear the guitar do is then some heat. I'm on the outside in the summer heat. You can pay the cover charge. I'm in the street. Little they know that they can't touch me. I'm vibing, vibing. So, all that part is just 12th fret on the high E string going to the 14th fret. And it's happening in rotations of it happens, it doesn't happen. It happens, it doesn't happen. Definitely a timing thing. And often vocal cues are how it goes by. I'm on the outside in the summer heat. You can pay the cover charge. I'm in the street. Little they know that they can't touch me. Vibing, vibing. So there's that. The other part, which is the fun thing, is so, that is, finally, we're going to be all the way down the other opposite end of the fretboard. So, 2nd fret of the A string twice. One more time. Go to the 1st fret of the A string. Then we're going to go up to our D string 4th fret. Then 2nd fret. Then we're going to go up to our 4th fret on the G string twice. 3rd fret of the G string. Then slide from your 5th fret of the B to the 7th fret of the B. Then 5th fret of the B. And then go to your G string 6th fret twice. Then, which is 7th fret on the B to the 5th fret of the B, back to the 7th fret of the B, back to the 5th of the B. then 6th fret of the G string, slide to the 4th fret of the G string. And then, typically that would be the end of it, so. But something that Dan does in the live stream experience that's really cool is 3rd fret of the G string, bend slightly. Then to the 6th fret of the D string. So that ending would be. It's just a super cool lick. So all of that together. And then repeat the full thing. Except stop there, and then 9th frets on the G, B, and E, down, up, down. So that second time. So yeah, there was that. That was how to play the outside. Tone-wise, there's several things that make the outside guitar tone. Main thing is that you want a guitar with single coil pickups and or humbuckers that can be coil split, so they act like single coils, because that is really the sound of most funk songs. So anytime you hear funk, it is usually done like a Strat or a Tele. And in the live stream experience, you can see Dan play a Tele. When he does this live, he does a PRS guitar, but his PRS is equipped with single coils. I forget the model name off the top of my head, but he's using single coils for the outside. So when Tyler probably recorded it, probably used a single coiled Fender guitar, because he likes Fender instruments. Add a little bit of chorus on top of it, as well as some compression, and boom, you got the guitar tone right there. So that was how to play the outside out. That was how to get my little crash course on how to get the guitar tone. Really hope you guys enjoy. If you want to see any other guitar lesson from 21 Pilots, or you'll stick with 21 Pilots for now. If you want to see any other 21 Pilot lesson, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will gladly make a lesson video on how to play that. Anyway guys, I'm going to go to bed early. I have a musical rehearsal tomorrow morning, which I need to go through a little bit of it back here. Still, just 2 more songs, really simple. But anyway guys, I'll see you all later. Goodbye, and good night. More importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.